All right, Happy New Year's 2015. I hope everybody had a great New Year's Eve night, safe and enjoyable night. My girlfriend and I had a wonderful little yacht cruise with some friends. And, I want to start off the year right by just defining my specific goals so that every single day I can work towards really achieving all of them. And I like to set high goals for myself. A lot of people thought that I was crazy a few years ago when I said I'm going to create one millionaire. Did that. I said, hey, I'm going to create several millionaires. Done that. But now I want to create more millionaire students. And I'm not putting a number 1, 2, 10, 20. I don't know how many I can create, but the path has been laid now where I have several millionaire students. They're all independent thinkers. They're not dependent on my buy alerts or short alerts. And they've taken some of their own strategies and their own theories and utilize that. And that's fantastic. I don't want to create, just dependent, blind students like so many newsletters and chat rooms all over the world have. I think that's the wrong way to approach it. And yes, I don't mind putting myself out of business. You don't need me after a few years. I am just training wheels, and that's great. So I'm going to create more millionaire students, and my goal is to create as many as possible. My trading challenge students have the best shot because they have the most tools at their disposal. They have the DVDs, they have all the video lessons, but they also have webinars. And now my first two millionaire students are giving weekly webinars. Michael Good, Tim Grattani. We're trying to get some more of my top students giving webinars and making videos, and be really excited for some things happening later this year. But I think the more successful traders sharing their secrets and tips for how they basically started with nothing, and became millionaires. I mean, Tim Grattani, 1,500 into now 2.4 million in just 4 years. Just fantastic. Also, this year I want to raise $2 million for charity. I have already put in the paperwork for the Timothy Sykes Foundation. It takes a little while to actually get 501c3 status as a charity, but right now I just have a whole bunch of money earmarked for charity. All thanks to my How to Make Millions DVD, which is now going to be 30 plus hours. At first I thought it was going to be 20 plus hours, but keeps going. We've uploaded 12 hours so far. We have another 12 hours to upload in the next day or two. And then before I go to Bali on a week from now, January 7th, we'll have uploaded all 30 plus hours. So I hope you really enjoy it. The early people who have gotten that DVD love it. And, tell your friends. Everybody go to howtomakemillions.com. That is the first product. Every single dime from that DVD goes to charity, and we have raised roughly $160,000 now in just a few weeks. So we're nearly 10% of the way there, but I needed to make sure that this DVD was good and comprehensive so that it really answers so many people's questions. It makes my job easier, and you get an incredible deal. It's 70% off for the next day only. So if you go to howtomakemillions.com, you can order the DVD. You can watch the first 12 hours. I really think you're going to see exactly how to go from any starting dollar amount and become a millionaire. I think that we have the framework, we have the blueprint, and now you guys just need to follow it. Also, I am going to introduce new amazing brokers in 2015. If you go to timothysykes.com/2015, I am giving a free webinar on January 5th, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be detailing this new broker that I've been studying for the past few months. I really think it's going to be a game changer for my strategy, and it's going to open the door to a lot more people trading and especially short selling. It's not offshore. There's no $30,000 minimum, and it's not a perfect broker by any means, but it's a huge, huge, huge step in the right direction. And we're also talking with other brokers. But I know I've been teasing this for a while, so finally, if you go to timothysykes.com/2015 and register for the free webinar, I'll also include a link above this video or below it, just so that you can register totally free. But I want to outline all of the pros and cons of this new broker. It's not just about giving you a simple name. I made that mistake in the past with brokers, and they got overwhelmed because people did not have the right expectations. So definitely get excited for that next Monday night. Also, I want to continue to profit from all the great trading setups, but not force trades. This is such an important lesson. We have this amazing bull market that gives us all of these great trading opportunities pretty much every day lately. And sometimes too many plays. I can't even keep up. There's roughly a dozen solid plays, earnings winners, contract winners, pump and dumps, stocks that are just breaking out perfect technically speaking, and breakdowns, perfect technical breakdowns. I want to continue profiting, and 2014 was a record year for me. $875,000 in profits, just outstanding trading profits for me. I obviously could do better if I didn't teach, if I wasn't, in every single trade focusing on commentary and alerts and video lessons and all that in my mind, if I'm just focusing on the trade only. But that's fine, so what if I could have made $2, $3, $4 million a year trading? Nobody would learn, and I would make the exact same amount that I do, because I do make quite a good living from my teaching. But I love teaching. It's not just about the money. There's some people out there, I gotta give props to my haters, and they're like, I predict that you're gonna sell more DVDs and, just newsletters. And they think that that is what my whole goal in life is. And it's just not. I have so many students who are contacting me daily who want to learn, and I don't want most of them. Most people just want hot stock picks. They don't want to learn. I want unlimited amount of dedicated students, but I don't want any non-dedicated students. And that means that, yes, I do have some DVDs and newsletters, and these are educational tools. But even if you buy every single thing that I have, it's a few $1,000s. Look at the cost of college, $40,000, $50,000 per year. It's incredible, but people don't respect trading, they don't respect penny stocks, and they don't respect me, and that's fine. But as I create more millionaires and more people start earning 5 and 6 figures a year, you don't need a formal degree. You don't need to go to school for 10 years. You don't need to sit in an office or a cubicle. You don't need a suit or tie. You can do this from anywhere in the world. And once you realize this, most of my haters come around. My first millionaire student, Michael Good, wrote a blog post about me initially saying Timothy Sykes is full of BS. We went back and forth. He learned from my DVDs. He took on his own theories. I'm not saying I created him entirely, but I helped him evolve as a trader. And now he's a millionaire, and he doesn't hate me anymore. We're very good friends. He actually is one of the co-mentors in my trading challenge. And, it's fantastic. So to all my haters out there, I welcome your hate. Enjoy it. Just get so pissed about my Lamborghini and all my trips and my great life. And eventually you'll realize, wait a minute, I'm not doing all this to brag. I'm doing this to help inspire you to study harder, because I started with nothing, okay? I'm entirely self-made. Unlike so many douchebags out there, so many trust fund babies, they started with all the money. They have terrible attitudes in life. Yes, they live good lives, but they're also usually drug addicts, alcoholics. They have big confidence problems because they know they didn't create anything themselves. I created everything myself. I remember every single trade I did, right or wrong, whether I made $100, $1,000, or $100,000 in a day. And I've done all of those. But it's a journey, and I love it. And yes, I'm very fortunate to have my life right now, and I never forget that any single day. I am totally blessed, and I want to, pay it forward. So these are my resolutions. Oh, I also want to be healthier, and I want to treat my friends better. I put this at the end because over the past few years I've gained, weight like Jonah Hill, and I just haven't had time to really hang out or talk to or even treat my friends really well, and that's definitely a mistake. You got to be honest with yourself about your successes, and I'm obviously very honest about that, and your mistakes. And 2014 was a record trading year for me, but as I've said in a few trading challenge webinars recently, I'm even prouder that I did not have any big losses in 2014. I managed my risk very well, and it helps when you have students. You don't want to look like an idiot, so you don't want to break rules. Every now and then I still break rules. I lost 10,000 a few days ago shorting CUBA a little too early, one day too early. The next day it would have been a $40,000 profit. So I had the right idea, but I broke my rules, and I did a video lesson about it. But I also definitely need to be healthier, and I do need to make more time with my friends. I've had an interesting few years, with making all this money trading, having record trading years for myself, but then also teaching has taken on a whole new life of its own after the stories of my millionaire students have gone viral now on CNN, Fox, and Reuters. And I'm very thankful for all the new students, but we just haven't been prepared. It's a family business still. My mom, my dad, now my cousin is working with us. Erica, she's done fantastic. Shout out to her. Shout out to Missy and Christine. Some of you guys have conversed with them, and they help with the customer service. And Ryan, Glenn, so many of my team members. I mean, we have nearly 30. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting a lot of people, but Robbie, there's just a lot of people that are helping me, basically live my dream about making millions through trading, but then also teaching others and now creating several millionaire students. So I want to make 2015 incredible. These are my basic resolutions. I'm sure there's more, but I just did this, off the top of my head. I want more millionaire students. I'm very excited to raise money for charity. We've already donated to Make-A-Wish and the Miami Girls and Boys Club, which was fantastic. I hope you enjoyed the little video we made. New brokers, new trades, just new opportunities. So get excited for 2015. Remember, you got to study up at first. I mean, studying is very front-end loaded, but once you understand the catalyst, namely earnings winners, contract winners, shorting pump and dumps, or shorting stocks that are being exposed by whatever website out there, you really start to see the angles, and whether you're making $100 or $200 or $500 or $50,000 when your account is bigger, it's a process. And especially those of you who have already begun watching my How to Make Millions DVD, you understand that the priority in the beginning should not just be about making money. You really have to look at yourself when you have a small account, when you're beginning trading as a trainee, and you need to develop good habits when you are a trainee, because the same way that you make 10 or 20 or 30% on a trade with a small position is how you make 10, 20, 30% on a trade with a bigger position later on when you have a bigger account, when you're more confident, when you have more experience. So don't try and cheat the system and say, oh, I need to make $5,000 in a day right away. I really have to reinforce the fact that Tim Grittani, who has now gone from a few thousand to several million, he lost rather consistently when he first began because he was tinkering and he was looking for his angles. He was trying to find a pattern that worked for him and something that made sense to him in his mind, and that he could really utilize his personality, because we're all different. Some of us prefer going long, some of us prefer going short. The perfect trader goes both long and short, but we're all human. None of us are perfect. I'm very far from perfect. If you've witnessed any of my rants, or I have some anger issues, but you accept that and you try and do the best you can. And most of this industry loses money. So no matter what people are saying on a message board, in a chat room, the odds are is that the vast majority of them are lying and losing money. And it's a constant problem that I have to get people to be transparent. So I'm going to continue to be transparent. I'll show all my trades real time. I post my audits, tax returns. There's nothing more I can do to be transparent. But I really encourage you to be transparent, not just for to help profitably grow or to make the industry better, but for yourself, staying honest and really being able to analyze all of your trades. So if you do, 20 trades over the next month and you see 10 trades that are long, 10 trades that are short, how did you do on these? If you made money on all of the contract winners that you bought, and lost money on all of the shorts that you shorted, perhaps stick to your strengths, focus on buying contract winners. Tim Grittani, Michael Good, and I, we each have made millions of dollars just focusing on a few key patterns, not by trying everything. I see way too many traders trying to trade all of these plays, and they're missing out because they're overwhelmed and they get confused. And you really need to just focus on, one or two patterns, one or two kinds of plays, and then repeat over and over and over again. And as I said in my How to Make Millions DVD, which again is 70% off for just the next few days, you only need to make like $1,000 or $2,000 on average, and you need to do that a lot. But if you focus on that and you do it 1,000 times, you're a millionaire. So have a great 2015. I'm really excited for this year. The market is on fire. So let's get this, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you.